you have carved out a niche, like you said, you were first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who is your disciple? Who is the person you think has learned the most from you that you're proud to have influenced? Because it's no point in being the first unless you want to keep, perpetuating what you do. So who do you think is somebody who's doing it right, who is somebody who you go, wow, I think he gets the mission? Who is that?
I think there's a few people. Adam 22 from No Jumper. I think he still actively watches my interviews. I just did a show yesterday. Me and him are actually good friends. We talk all the time. He's built a platform that's different than mine.
Right.
What he does is not what I do, but there are similarities.
You can understand the celebrities, right?
But I can understand that, Sean Cotton from Say Cheese TV. When we did our first interview, he used to tell me that he was working at Best Buy and he used to watch my interviews during his lunch breaks, and then that made him want to pick up a camera and start, and he's done very well with it. Traplo Ross has done well with it. He doesn't do exactly what I do, but I think I was an influence. Academics, I think I influenced him to a certain degree. He's done well with it. He's probably, I would say, the biggest voice in terms of hip-hop music right now.
Right.
In terms of his opinion on where hip-hop is and where it's going, in terms of, with his connections with people like Drake and Playboi Carti and NBA Youngboy. I was just at an NBA Youngboy show, which Academics took me to backstage. These are all people that I think watched me at certain places in their lives and are younger than me and have done extremely well. And now we all kind of work together in our own way. So, I'm trying to think if there's anybody else. Those are the three that really pop in my head.
What disappoints you about this medium? Because, God doesn't give with two hands. So there have to be things that have been disappointing to you about this medium. What would that be?
I think the most disappointing thing overall, which I've had to just accept, is that there's going to be lots of times where I've given people their first interview and it's a big look and they've taken off. Their careers have taken off after that. Not to say it was my, because of the interview, but I contributed to it. And they hit a certain level of fame and they'll never go back to VladTV again. I've given Migos their first interview ever. You don't see Migos on VladTV. In fact, I just ran to Offset and he was sort of acted a little funny with me when I met him, right? Even though he's like, oh, I know who you are. And that was it. That was the end of our conversation. And that to me is a little bit frustrating because it's like they will go, these same artists, for example, I was talking to G Herbo's manager recently, and he was supposed to do Vlad TV, and he was like, something, I just don't think he wants to do it, and I think I think it's just a pass, a soft pass, but I don't think he's going to do it. And I looked, and G Herbo has a new interview on a podcast I've never heard of, and it got 678 views. Not 678,000 views, 678 views. Less than 1,000 views. But yet you won't do Vlad TV, but you'll do this unknown podcast that nobody will watch. But you won't do the platform.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know, man. I don't know whether people start to believe the hype, oh, Vlad really is the feds, and they don't really think for themselves. I think that they know there's going to be a bunch of tough questions that other platforms won't ask. So maybe they're scared over what might happen once they do Vlad TV. And I also think sometimes they have people in their ear, like management and so forth, that are like, oh, no, you don't want to do this platform. We want to do something else. We want a different type of look. And I don't know, it's frustrating, but it doesn't happen with everybody. Lots of people come back and do Vlad TV lots of times. But it's just, in those moments, I get annoyed.
Well, of course, because everybody wants to bat 1,000, and that's impossible.
Right.
I would say this about you. You've never been anything behind the camera that you were, or in front of the camera or behind the camera so you're consistent with me. I don't ever feel, I think that some people feel the need to explain their relationships to people. I've known a lot of people who people have said, what do you think it is that, because you have a very eclectic group of people.
Right.
As much as, you could have people that say one thing or another, but there's most of us who, are in your sphere don't really have a lot of we have the color and maybe gender and all that, but there are not a lot of things that connect. Why it's a ragtag bag group of people that are in your orbit. What is the connective tissue, you think?
I think it's the audience. The audience reacts to all these people. So I could have a DL Hughley, and then I could have a Traplo Ross, or a 1090 Jake, or a Michael Franzese, or a Sammy the Bull, that none of these people have anything in common.
At all.
Yeah, and then you have a Ari Spears, you have a Charlemagne, right. You have Marcellus Wiley, who we just talked about, Michael Jai White, Judge Mathis. Like, it's really all over the place. It's really just everywhere. Zab Judah. I'm really just thinking about the people who I actually communicate with. It's really the audience, man. It's not really, I mean, it is up to me because I have to genuinely like the person also. You can't, there's certain interviews, even though the audience might react to it, I just can't do it anymore. I just reach a point where I was just like, I can't have conversations with this person anymore.
Man.
It's just draining my spirit.
Right.
But generally, if the audience reacts to him, like a Boosie especially, right. Or Tony Ayo, I mean, it keeps going on and on, that makes me look, okay, like this is someone that I want to keep working with and I want to incorporate into the whole VladTV universe. And over time, we develop relationships. I mean, not every person, right? Like me and you talk on a regular basis. Me and Aries, not so much. Me and Boosie, not so much. With us, it's kind of more of just like, okay, we get together, right. We do our thing, and then we part ways. Me and Michael Jai White have become good friends over the years. So it's always, with me, the lines get blurred because to me, some of my coolest friendships are people that I can occasionally do business with as well.
Right.
Like, okay.
So that's a treat, though. That's an extra.
Yeah, it's like we rock with each other. We like to talk. We get on the phone.
We drink every a little
so
bit,
often we can both make some money.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
it's like, and it's not like, I'm not paying you to be my friend. Right. When I pay you, there's a profit that gets made, so we both walk away with something. You see what I'm saying? Right. As well as just the overall look and the way we're presented to the world is something that we both like.
Right.
So
it's transactional.
Yeah.